everybody, welcome back to my channel for this Thursday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. I hope you're all doing well, and as promised, this is the second video in the Jeremy Vine episode that I want to talk about. This episode video is going to be about, should shop discounts for people with disabilities and mental health issues be stopped, or should we be entitled to them? I've got two different perspectives. As a autistic, neurodivergent, legally disabled woman, I feel as someone who is disabled, I would jump at the chance to use some of these discounts. But again, there is a side of me that I have gone on recent day coach trips where I've saved up my money to go on some day coach trips. I've paid the full price, the full ticket to get into attractions like the Tower of London and different places. So again, part of me is like, should I get these discounts? But part of me is saying, why not? If it's going to make my life more independent, more fulfilled, more easier, to make my anxiety that little bit much less and save me some more money, all well and good, I'll use them. But again, some people with disabilities and mental health issues may disagree with me, and that's completely fine. We live in a world, in a society that is open to disagreeing and agree to disagree. That's fine, I get that. But again, I think the Jeremy Vine show lately has this issue of bringing up disability and people who are on government assistance or government benefit money, and that's on who does receive support. I do feel we have to be very, very careful of how we word things, how we say things, so we don't come across like we're attacking people, a minority of people, because again, everyone who receives some form of government support is different, their needs different, their disability is different, their mental health condition is different, and again, this does fuel a bit of a divide, love and hate situation, because again, some disabled people like myself should be entitled to use these store discounts. I know there's places like Domino's and Pizza Hut and several other places across the UK that do these discounts. Like, you can get a reduced pizza, you can get reduced prices on like clothing websites and stuff. So again, I think it is good because it helps to encourage how to save money. But at the same time, some people may choose to just not use the discounts, and it's totally their right and totally their own advocacy to do so. But I think we have to be so careful with labelling everyone who is on some kind of government assistance or government welfare as people who are lazy and can't be bothered, or people who just want to be scroungers of the welfare state, or assume they're entitled to all these store handouts, these online store discount handouts. And that's not necessarily the case. A lot of us don't even know how to access these online store discounts or what in-store discounts are available for us until we get told or shown by other people in our friends, our family circles. So again, we're not all as tech savvy as they're making out. I think also these discounts aren't advertised until you see shows like Jeremy Vine or others that say, oh, actually recently there's been this website, there's been this shop offering discounts for people with mental health issues and disabilities. And I think we have to be so careful when making a sweeping judging statement towards people, because again, not all people with disabilities or mental health or chronic health issues will want to use these discounts. Some people may feel they're playing victim by using these discounts. Some people may feel that they're invalids or they're charity cases, like I've been told by people who I speak to, and it's not the case at all. These discounts are there to help them live a more independent, fulfilling life. I will link the video and article down below in the video description so you can find out more about these discounts if you so wish to use them, or if you don't wish to use them, you can still look at them for your further research. I think some people with disabilities do feel like they're scrounging because it's a case of, you know, oh, am I just going to be this charity case because I'm allowed these handouts? Should I use these discounts? Should I not? And I think that some people are afraid to use them. Personally, I won't be afraid to use them. If I can have them, I'll use them to make my life that much more easy and more independent, because I am a legally disabled woman. I am someone that lives with high functioning autism every day. I also live with anxiety disorder, which is a very, very, very chronic condition. It affects me every day. I wake up anxious, I go to bed anxious, I constantly feel anxious about how I communicate and interact with people. I constantly feel like I'm on edge having to watch myself all the time. I'm constantly, you know, waiting for myself to slip up or make a mistake, or, you know, I constantly have to feel like I'm checking my back all the time to like watch how I'm acting in society, because I feel like I'm the odd one out. I'm like the black sheep. Again, these store discounts and these online discounts could potentially help a lot of people like me who, you know, want to be able to be independent and buy our own little our own little gifts to ourselves sometimes, or even if it's towards the weekly, monthly, 2 weekly food shop grocery bill, just having that £2, £3, £4 off makes the world of difference. So it doesn't have to be a big shop difference. It can be a matter of pounds, it can be a matter of pence, it can be 20 pence, 50 pence, a pound. Like, just that small little offer of difference can make the whole world for someone with a disability. And I think if you're caring with someone for a disability or mental health issue, knowing that they are entitled to these store discounts, online, in-person discounts, it will make their whole world more opened up. Because if they know they're entitled to go and get half off a pizza, or they're entitled to go and get half off a pasta meal, or they're entitled to go and get 20% off a food shop, or something that small, can open their world up, their communication up so much more than what they would have really been like before. Just having these knowledge of these discounts and saying, hey, these discounts are actually available for you to use to make your life that much better for you. Why not jump at it? Absolutely. But again, I understand the negative side of it. There was a couple of people who are disabled who said they don't want to use it. There's a gentleman called Keith who said that he feels that he's benefit scrounging. He's not, because he's now been made disabled because of being run off his bike. And, he was saying that he didn't know these disabilities, these conditions or these discounts were suitable for him, and he chooses not to use them because he hasn't been aware about them. So I think it's a personal choice whether you do use them, whether you don't use them. I think we just have to keep the door open and be very, very careful the way we say things, the way that we label things, the way we target people, a minority, a group of people, because again, mainstream media has a habit of doing this, and it's happening way, way, way too often. Yes, I agree that obviously government says that the welfare bill's out of control, there's too much welfare money going out, fine, then sort it, but don't affect us in the mainstream. Like, don't affect us by saying, oh, well, you're entitled to this, but, oh, you might be entitled to this, but we're not sure we want to get to you. Like, you can't pick and choose your fights. Like, either we are entitled to these discounts or we're not. Like, it's a case of you're offering these discounts to us, but at the same time, it's like, it's a personal choice thing. Also, like having discounts to local cinemas or theatres. Again, not all people will be able to go to a local cinema or theatre or restaurant or pub or to a local grocery store to get food. Some of them might be too anxious, some of them might be too mentally ill to go. We have to be so careful. We make all these sweeping statements saying, well, should people with mental health and disabilities get these discounts? Bottom line, I say yes, we should. Yes, anyone who's on the mental health spectrum, the disability spectrum, it's so wide, guys. Like, the disability spectrum stretches for I can't even say how long. Like, you've got people who have co-occurring conditions, so they might be, say, autistic, epileptic, ADHD, bipolar, manic depressive, unstable personality disorder, things like that. They may have other concurrent conditions like anxiety disorder, schizoaffective disorder. Like, we have to be so careful when we're putting these kind of government thoughts, government rhetoric to account, because they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of the government ministers and MPs do not have any personal account of disability. They don't know what it's like to be a person living with it day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. They have no idea. Please, government ministers, make up your mind. Like, support us or not support us. So we can't just keep making people feel like we're being attacked all the time. Like, enough is enough with the disability hate. Enough is enough for the targeting for people with mental health issues. It has to stop. And this is just another way of making a vile hatred discussion. But again, it's a personal perspective thing. You either take the discounts and use them, or you don't. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.